Okay. Oh, we went right into it. I'm not even letting the music play, is it?
Oh, my goodness.
Yes. This is Jim the Keys bartender. And is that music playing over? I better turn it down. It's episode 150, and it's Defective Rumba or Maze Stumbler.
The Defective Rumba.
Defective Rumba.
I like that.
Before we get into that, I was admiring some of the liquor he had out here, and Jenna has. I'm here with Jenna Kelly.
Hello.
And we're in Central Key Largo. I'll correct myself. I said North Key Largo earlier. I was corrected. We're Central Key Largo.
We're just in regular old Key Largo.
We're in the beginning. Now, we kept on saying we're in season, we're in season, we're in season. We are in season. The traffic was incredible today.
Insane.
Driving south, it was backed up a mile and a half. We're on it. So all the Keys is a major highway.
A lot of accidents, though. So please pay attention. If you don't know where you're going, please pull off the highway.
A lot of the accidents are locals.
Yes, it's surprising.
The locals and people live in Miami and shit like that.
Yeah.
The other people, they may be contributing, but
they're causing a lot, I think.
You think? Okay. Well,
you think they don't know where they're going. They're looking for road signs.
The people that are visiting. I love you guys.
We all love the visitors.
Yes.
We love it when you leave.
No, I don't know. You know what? I'm making the money I make.
Well, of course, yes. You're in food and beverage business.
I told you about
so
my
of course.
thing. Yeah, and I'm going to Poland for 17, 18 days.
Ooh.
And I'm planning on.
We'll have to do a podcast from Poland. You can Skype me in.
Yeah, it'll just be you and I guess. And then I'll bring them over. I'll give them. And you know what? I had two girls do. I had a young college student come over and stayed with us for a while. She and her friend came to visit. If I was younger, that would be so. The propriety would have been amazing. Would have been amazing, like 15 years ago and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when you're 55 years old and you're actually
when you're 55,
I was
when you're
almost old enough to be their grandfather.
Oh my goodness!
To be if they were a couple years, and so it's not as inappropriate. First of all, they weren't old enough to drink, so we didn't give. I think Abby may have gave a little wine to the girl in the house because she was used to it.
Right.
Like that, maybe. But we told them that. And the next time they come, I think they'll be able to drink. Karolinka and her friend Veronica came to visit. Maybe Karolinka's sister will come too. She's an actress. Yeah, I know. And her mother, Agnieszka, just like Abby's name is Agnieszka. And we're going to a wedding. And
who's getting married?
Abby's nephew, and her is marrying this beautiful girl. They're listeners to the show.
Oh, hello!
And maybe they'll let me. Maybe we'll do an episode because those weddings and receptions are like 10 hours long, 10, 12 hours long.
Goodness,
they go all night. So I'm gonna have to prepare for that. I'm not. I can't see myself going. I used to be able to go till like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, no problem.
Well, right, but at 55, you're no longer going till 7 o'clock in the morning, and you're not.
I'm getting up at 6 in the morning now. So in the old days, I would get like, especially on the weekends, I'd be calling out of bed at 10.
You would just be getting home.
Now, if I get to sleep by 3 and then get up at 10, and no big deal. Now, I get home at 12. I'm still up at 6.
It's your clock. It's your internal clock. Although you
got to get up and pee as you get older.
Right. There's always that.
Yeah. There's that. Oh, I'm sure this is driving our age demographic lower and lower when they talk about that. This 55-year-old guy has to get up and fucking pee all the time. I say, you guys do too because you drink like you binge drink.
So they have to get up and pee.
You got to get up and then you got to go and puke.
Oh, that's
or whatever drug that you took. And listen, I did. Did we talk about that? I think I've had some of them. I had experienced some of the drugs.
Oh, I have not.
Yeah, you have none. Huh?
No, not
No
any.
mushrooms. No.
Never.
Marijuana.
Nope.
Ecstasy.
Nope.
Coke.
Nope. Never even seen it.
Diet pill.
No. A diet pill?
Valium.
No.
What's that one that makes you calm?
Now I've been like when I was hospitalized
Xanax.
or having children. No Xanax either. Never.
Xanax?
No.
Black Beauties? Yellow Jacket?
I don't know what that is.
There's things I know, pennies. There's things from the 70s. I don't know all this stuff.
No idea.
You never
no.
had H?
No, in fact,
You know what H is?
no. What is
Heroin.
H?
Heroin
No,
is H.
goodness, really?
I'm just kidding.
No.
kidding. I want to know who
No.
had it. You know,
I
didn't
am-
have any fentanyl. Fentanyl will kill you. They
I am.
fentanyl.
I'm a little slow. I'm a little drug retarded. I don't really understand all that stuff.
Did
Although
you ever have codeine in a cough medicine?
I have had codeine in a cough medicine, but and then like when I broke many ribs or like after I had a C-section 22 years ago, I have a hard time with the pain pills. So I would have to break them up in little pieces and take tiny bits because I don't like that feeling of not being sharp.
Beating on the ball.
Yeah.
I know how that is.
So-
Well, no, I've been. Well, it's funny. I'm not better at anything, drunk or high, than I am sober. I realize that. I am realizing.
Right.
But when I'm distracted, and it's where I understand about you should never text and drive. You should never drink and drive. You should not text and drive. Be high and drive. When I am distracted, I am the worst. I am the fucking worst. I'll be talking to someone and I am thinking, with Homer Simpson, they always show he's thinking, when he's thinking real hard, there's a guy grinding an organ.
Right.
There's a cow doing squat.
Yes.
dancing.
And then you're like, squirrel.
There's nothing. Yeah, squirrel. And and that's in his head. That's all that's going on in his head right there.
Squirrel.
And that happens. I'll just go seriously get distracted when I'm talking, and I have no idea. And people say, you're not even listening.
You did just get distracted because you were talking about admiring the booze that's sitting on top of my outdoor refrigerator. And then you got distracted by talking about going to Poland. But you were complimenting my brother's bottle of Lafroig.
And you asked me, why don't you have
And I said, why don't you have a little glass
a
of
little
it?
glass? And I said, I've been
You said
no
you're...
insult to the Yingling Brewery, but I'm not going to, if I'm drinking, if I had 2 cans of Yingling, I am not going to try a fine scotch. I start out with the good stuff, and then I'll tail off.
And you said...
Oh, it's like putting a silk hat on a pig, you know that?
No, of course not.
You put a
Although,
silk hat on, you dress up a pig, it's still a pig. And, but, the after effects of whatever you were drinking before, it's like eating peanut butter, and then you get some guy says, well, try this chocolate souffle. And it's not going to work. The peanut butter, you're going to have to cleanse your palate for a little while. Doesn't work for alcohol too much. I can. If someone starts out drinking the finest champagne, and they go through a bottle, I'll kick it down. I would kick it down. This is the way you should. This is a word of advice to some of our listeners who take someone out. If you bought a $200 bottle of wine and you finish it, don't stick with the $200 bottle of wine. Don't get shit-faced on $200 bottle of wine.
No.
Because at the end, you're not going to taste it. So bring it down. Bring it down to the mid-price one.
Oh,
Go
so
to
then...
the $80 bottle. They're not going to know. And then bring it down to the 40. And you could be drinking Manischewitz Banana Red.
And you're not going to care.
This is dessert wine. You're not going to care. You can say this is a dessert wine. This is from Portugal. It's not from Portugal. It's from St. Louis or wherever it's made. But at the end of the night, you're not drinking. Just like used to be with guys drinking. Is it raining?
Yeah, it's sprinkling a little bit.
Oh man, I got to move this stuff in a little so we don't get any moisture on our
audio equipment. Yes.
I
I think you're pretty safe. It's
Yes.
very light.
So, yes, if you are going out on the town and you start out drinking some, if you're going to have, I don't understand. If you're going to find this liquor, stick to 3. Once you get more than 3 of those suckers, real good drinks, you're done.
Well, I was going to say, you got to be feeling it by then.
I'm gonna
So
move some of this equipment over a little more just in case we get that one.
Jim's doing the sprinkle
starting to
slide.
sprinkle.
It is.
Yeah,
It is starting
you
to sprinkle.
when you tinkle, be a sweetie. What do? Lift the seaty. Yeah. You never heard that stuff, huh? I'll happily educate you. So we started this episode is the Defective Rumba.
This is episode 150.
150.
Defective Rumba.
Tyler's back. I had noticed that people at the when they had a couple drinks, like regardless of what they're drinking, the bar I work at the Catch, they have one opening, and all the dining areas except for the one in the lounge and the bar area are off to the side of the bar and off to the side of the open end of the bar. And they'll come up to that area and they'll say, "Where's the bathroom?" And I'll point over there.
Right, like on the
me.
Opposite side.
Yeah, and what you have to do is walk all the way around the bar.
Well, it's almost like you're going into like a dead end, but they don't realize that it's back there in the corner.
They'll walk around the bar and hit all the things. It's like, holy shit. I mean, we got a little maze drawing on our kids' menu. I said, oh, they would be horrible with that because there's only one. You go right there. There's a sink, and you walk another 12 feet, and that's the end of the bar. Where are you going to go? And they're standing there like that, and they look at me with their hands out and palms up, pleading me, how do I get out of this maze? The opening's like 5 feet away, right over here. Walk back out and walk around the bar.
So they walk in and can't figure out how to get back out.
Figure out how to get back out. It's the world's dumbest maze. Yeah, if you walk into a closet, it's like getting lost inside a closet.
Mm.
You know, and that's where you're dealing with people, especially when you get, and it's not always tourists; it's locals. Locals come in there, and then you got to explain to them about the ladies' room and the men's room thing. I said they're single seaters.
They're often occupied by the opposite genders.
No, but it's single seaters,
yes.
so it's just like your house.
Yeah.
Right.
When was the last time? I mean, you're a couple, so that's it. But you don't go in two at a time into a single-seater bathroom.
No.
Unless you're like bringing your 5-year-old with you or something.
Right.
Right. So when you're in there, say like this guy can walk in there, man. It's no different. You could lift the seat, pee. You know, wipe up the toilet if you have a problem. Guys, I don't know how girls have a problem with that. I don't know how they miss this.
They squat. They hover.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to sit on that, and then they squirt it all over the place.
If you don't have open sores or anything like that, you're not getting anything.
Right.
You're not.
Your toothbrush
Your skin
becomes dirtier than anything else just being in your bathroom. Mm-hmm. You know, and then, you know, now that we're on this topic, I have still yet to figure out to myself or anybody out there, when somebody knocks on the bathroom and you're in there, what's your answer?
Occupied.
I try to do a different voice.
Okay, just so they don't realize it's you.
I'm in here. Come on, it's a party. Come on in. Have a good time. You have any drinks? Come on in. Oh, you go.
Come on and join me.
I'm having a tough time. Could you give me a hand? And if you have a candy bar, you could do the Howie Mandel thing.
Just leave it floating.
No, you crush the Snickers in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Candy bar outside.
That's more of in a bathroom stall area.
Can you give me some toilet paper? That'd be great. It's any kind of chocolate. If you have some.
Yeah,
if you have some warm Hershey Kisses.
There's a couple of YouTube sensations out there that do that kind of stuff.
Really?
And they use Nutella.
Oh, Nutella?
And they stick under, hey, do you have toilet paper? I'm out. And they wipe it on these people's hands. And some of them get pretty violent. Some guys have busted down the doors with guns pulled on them. Like, it gets violent.
I wouldn't wipe it on anybody, man. That's gross. Even chocolate.
Yeah.
That's how I understand the way they.
Is that chocolate or
I guess
poop?
we're kind of doing that with the podcast, but to go out of your way to punk someone, like dumping. I see the shampoo.
Oh, that is so funny. The outdoor showers with the shampoo, and they just keep squirting it. Yep.
Doing that.
I would be one that does that. And then the other one that they do
not so bad.
is they take a mannequin head.
You know about that?
And they stick it over the bathroom stall, and the other one, it's a mannequin head.
Right.
So it's as if there's a peeping Tom, and they get heated.
With the hat and
a wig, everything. Yeah, it's funny.
Oh, I got to see this one. I like that. Actually, I go, oh, really? How about when someone with a sock puppet?
think it would be more funny than anything else. So
How can you get mad at a sock puppet?
yeah.
Well, you could break someone's fucking hand when it comes up with a sock. Go like this, or a dummy.
Do a sock puppet and do like
Dummy.
sexual voices and
All of a sudden,
questions.
You got a slow fade up. One of his ventriloquist dummy coming in and goes, "Hey, bud, what are you doing?"
Who does number 2 work for?
Yeah. And, I mean, I would love that stuff, but yeah, everyone's getting punked nowadays. But
are you a peer with the door open or the door closed?
What?
At home?
Open.
See, I'm not the only one.
You know, but I did catch my husband peeing with the toilet seat down a couple nights ago.
I have great aim.
Wipe it up.
I have great aim.
Like I said, unless you have open sores or cuts in your skin is your barrier. Your skin is your barrier, except to the most virulent of bacteria. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Your skin will protect you from most of the things. It's what we do with our hands, your nose, eyes, and mouth. I learned this from working at a hospital. Being a test subject on several experiments. No. So no, but if you're not, I mean, people that won't use public restrooms. I had the hardest time ever.
To use a public restroom? What, to pee or for poop? For poop.
Yeah, no, that's a sensitive subject, unless you really have to go.
I go, man. If you got to go, you know why? Because it is much worse waiting, and the implications.
All I can think about right now is the movie Friday After Next, when dad eats the burrito with all the hot sauce.
Well, there's Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Or did you see the video the other day that was posted on Facebook of the husband and wife sitting in the airport waiting for their plane? Yeah. And the husband lets out this horrible toot, and the wife just looks at him like, "Go over there." She's motioning into him like, "Go over there and do that," so nobody hears you. And he keeps walking, and he was like, "Is this okay?" She's like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine." Well, then he lets out this giant fart. And it's right behind the microphone for the woman that stands there to say, "Your plane is now boarding." Really? And it just everywhere, echoed through the whole thing. On the dynamic mic.
That's a powered mic.
You're right, because he would have to have it would have to be like an inch from his butthole.
Yeah, you don't want to have. You should never have
your microphone an inch from your butthole.
2 inches of your butthole.
Although
Kevin Hart, no, Hannibal Buress, he says, "Hey, you better bring your own microphone because the guy in the band likes to take the microphone and stick it up his ass."
No, that's terrible.
I think it's great. Can you grab a yes?
Okay, so the reason that we were talking about people being defective Roombas is watching these people walk out of the bathroom, not understand where they're going, and they basically are just bumping into the walls, bumping into the bar.
They knocked over. We had a payphone.
Yes, you did, over in the corner by the women's bathroom. I remember the payphone.
Oh, well, one night, it was someone I knew, a friend of mine. She came out, she bumped into it, and it fell. And the payphone weighed, two of us carried out, so I think it was close to 200 pounds. And it fell from whatever height it was, and it fell flat with the metal encasement hitting the floor first on a flat surface.
Oh.
It sounded like a shotgun going off. And once again, like that accident, like the Friday After Next, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's some people.
And what's up with the jukebox, or not the jukebox, the slot machine?
What slot machine?
Oh, the Japanese slot machine?
Yeah. Is that just there for decoration?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll tell you, if you ever see a slot machine and there's a particle board cover on the back, it's not a real slot machine. Because, it can't hold the money in there and stuff like that.
But you can't actually have a real slot machine in there, right? You can?
You just can't pay out money.
Oh.
You can have tokens and stuff. Oh, whoa. I told you about my trip to Hutchinson Island, right?
No.
Hutchinson Island's on the west coast of Florida, south of Sarasota, 60 miles south maybe. Beautiful barrier island. And I go down. There's slide arcade, slide arcade, slide arcade. I'm like, how many slide arcades? There was one, and Hutchinson Island, when it's not season, there's not a lot going on there. And there was 2 in one strip mall, slot arcade. And I go up and I ask people, I said, what's the deal with all these slot arcades? So I'm like, I don't know. I go, well, I mean, they're open. I see the lights are on. All of them are. And they go, oh, well, you know, it's just some people to do. It's just like, it's not for profit or, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, they kept on saying. And then I finally, someone that, I used to live in Hutchinson Island. And I said, what's the deal with the slot machines? And he said, they don't pay in cash. They give you gift cards.
Which makes it legal because then it's not gambling. If you win something, you win it. But is that still gambling?
It's gambling.
But how about you put it there and, you know, if somebody wins, you get a free drink. You know, that would be...
Okay, it's like going to a whorehouse and go, I dropped my $200. Thank you for the Hummer. And then the number 3. Right? I left my wallet. You know, go like this. You will take care of me, and I will forget this envelope on this TV tray. I'm going to say TV tray. I didn't say nightstand because they wouldn't have got It's probably going to be something like more like a massage table. It should be a sturdy one because there are
I would hope so.
bigger guys that do that. Or what's that real uncomfortable sofa they call it? You know, it's called a futon.
Oh, a futon.
It's really great for like 5 minutes.
Well,
and then it's like a torture device. It's like one of those Iron Maidens.
Maybe that's all you need is 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. That guy that walked down the street the other
right?
week, right?
I mean, he took him longer than 5 minutes. Like, right.
Last night.
Did you see the reviews?
This happened
last night, yeah.
Did you?
Our walking hard.
Walking hard.
Walking hard.
Did you see the comments? Did you see
No,
the
I didn't
comments
look at any of the comments.
I died laughing when we were on a break. The comments.
I hope he has a good experience with the penal system.
Well, they were like, God, that guy's a jerk off. And I hope the penal system gets a hold of him.
I hope you're not too hard on him.
Right.
So while she's going to look up the comments, have we found anything more out? Sorry, have we found out more about our one-wheeled skateboard guy?
Oh,
No,
yes.
No.
Nothing.
I went there for the first time on Sunday in a long time.
Since last.
No, I didn't see anybody there that would know him.
Sleuthing?
No, I haven't seen him.
Yep. Okay. Well, Moby Douche, we're still
Moby
looking for
Douche, still looking for you.
Yep. He's probably laying low, and I'm gonna.
You will be found one day or another.
It's season, and all the shit's happening.
Yep.
I think, man, I can't go in there anymore. Well, yeah, if you're gonna drink $40 worth of booze one night, you're gonna have to bring 80 with you because
you gotta pay your tab. Hey,
what? I do. I think I had a question.
I was just gonna say
channel me through you.
Okay.
I'm a customer.
Okay.
Oh, this is great and stuff like that. Where do your oysters come from? What do I say?
From the ocean.
Yep. That's it. Did I say that? Oh, did you read it? You read it. God damn it.
Of course I read it.
The myth about I don't know what it is with oysters. Because if you think about the preparation, you got to put cocktail sauce with it, horseradish. People like to have hot sauce. They need, crackers or saltine crackers and stuff like that. But there's some people that eat it and they chew it. And I've had a good oyster and I've just chewed it.
Yeah.
I go like people go, this is how you eat oysters. You just swallow it and go. Well, it's like doing a shot.
Well, they have oyster shots though.
What?
They have oyster shots, right?
You're not tasting it. So there was a young lady coming to the bar and she would only drink she wants a side of soda and then tequila. She doesn't want tequila chilled. She wanted room temperature. And she just bang it and drink it. And then get another one, bang it and drink it. Bang it and drink it. She never had a drink. And she goes, I like to drink. I said, no, you don't. You do not like to drink. You like to get drunk, which is different.
Yeah, you're not even tasting that.
Yeah. If you're not tasting it, and I'm not putting you down, folks. I apologize for that misunderstanding. But if you're not enjoying your drink, if you're not drinking it,
Yes, as we hold our beer cans.
Yes, here we go. Hold it up.
Cheers.
Burn it. Yep.
Yes. Now, the myth, though, about oysters is that they boost your virility. Yes.
And the guys some guys, you look at them, they do it, and I can kind of see it, but you don't see young guys. You don't see young guys doing it. They don't ask for a dozen oysters.
Well, do you think it's just like
older guys.
an older myth?
And you know what? There's tons better things, and we talked about the other day because of the curved penis thing.
Yes.
We talked about there's
your fish is over here.
Cialis.
Yes. Your fish is here.
Got the fish thing.
Yeah.
I will say I do like oysters. I will sit there and eat 24 of them, and they're
No, but if you shoot them,
no. Oyster shooters are nice too.
You usually eat them on
enjoy it?
crackers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, when I
eat them
go
with a
to
cracker.
Pilot House, I used to do the oyster shooters. You know, Grey Goose on top of an oyster and some horseradish and a little bit of hot sauce, and take a couple of those back. But yeah, you bring out a tray of 12 or 24, oysters. I'll bust out some crackers and hot sauce and oysters.
You should make a special.
in the pantheon of foods.
I don't get the Rockefellers that you serve.
The pantheon of foods. If you look at the high-end foods, you see Delmonico steaks, broiled lobster, shrimp, crab, lamb, and then you put a raw oyster over there. A raw oyster. That's why I hate to gross you out and stuff like that. You know, when you're coughing up phlegm. They call it an oyster.
Yeah.
It looks like snot.
Yeah, it does. Looks like snot.
Look like snot.
But they're really
And they
tasty.
and they actually
It's like snot
it
on a
goes back-
cracker.
They say it goes back about thousands of years. The Romans, there was a Roman that cultivated them. They figured out how to actually cultivate it. And the amount of oysters that, let's say, come out of Chesapeake Bay area is about 1/8 of its peak production. It used to be. And now oysters are also very good for cleaning because of the way the water flushes through.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Filtering, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you gotta. People were actually consuming them. You're not supposed to consume because there's no really way of once you get some of the chemicals in there. There's no way of flushing it out. So,
But do you think that the
anytime
myth
you do
came-
that, it's one of the foods along with eggs that we have a disclaimer of
Yeah.
that eating raw shellfish is harmful to your health.
Of course. Well, it can be. It says it can be.
Yeah, I mean, it's
But
like a cigarette thing.
do you think that the myth comes from the fact that only like tough guys that had a tough stomach and that could shuck an oyster were the guys that were men's men, and that's why they say it increases your virility? Because I don't think there's any scientific studies that actually
I think
prove
it came
that.
From some asshole that decided, says, I got all these oysters, man.
Another Moby Douche.
Who's going to eat them?
Yeah.
Who's going to eat them? They
Oh.
look like shit. Well, they make your dick hard. They make your dick hard.
How about
oh, really?
you-
I go like this.
You need to make a special on the board, even though you won't actually offer it, but you could just do like oysters and mangoes. Because that's the other one is mangoes, right? That they say that also increases
Mangoes,
your...
yeah.
So oyster and mango platter, and see how many people actually order it, and then you could laugh about it, and then
I
tell
think
them,
I can make anything up. You can say starfruit.
right?
Starfruit cocktail. And then make it up and make it as gay as you possibly can with a lot of fruit on it and make it real frilly and say, this will make you rock hard, guys. You got to drink it. And you got to
So
drink
hard.
it. You got to drink it with all the fruit and the umbrellas on it out of this coconut shell.
It will make you so
It will
hard.
make you so hard.
You will
And you gotta
not
do
be
it.
able
And the women
to
see-
get to
and
the
women
adult
seeing
store.
you do it will know that you're preparing, so they'll attract you. And Adam, I would love to see if that would work. You do a marketing kind of subliminal thing. It would take years to do that because oysters. That was the idea with oysters. Probably were like last 100 years, 200 years, or maybe even more back from Roman times.
Yeah.
I mean, they were always thinking. In the end, they were doing everything. They were goats, slave boys, girls, whatever. Caligula kind of screwed it up for everyone.
I bet you anything that's what happened to the guy that was walking to the dirty store.
Yep, had too many oysters.
He couldn't wait. He was impatient. I mean, he was rock hard. He was ready to go.
Maybe there was an oyster outside that came out on the bay where there was a Viagra factory.
Oh,
Yeah.
could have been.
And
Could have
he ate
been.
an oyster that ingested the runoff for the Viagra, and he made him into super jizz.
Super Jen.
Yeah,
Super
just
Jen, and then he's like has
disclaimer,
superpowers.
people, don't eat oysters near nuclear plants
Yeah,
or
now
Viagra
from now on,
plants.
He can only do that. He has to get a release or he explodes.
Yes, or he explodes.
It's like and it's a bivalve. An oyster is a bivalve.
Yeah.
And they only have, which is a shame because you could figure out a double oyster where you have meat on either side.
Yeah.
Because it's wasted. The shells are wasted, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And think about that. They go through all this trouble to make an oyster.
And then
75 cents, and you throw out this beautiful shell.
right.
I mean, people use it for their driveways and stuff like that. But that's enough of that poor shit. Oh, okay. This is a true story too.
Okay, yeah. So
Saturday
we're
night.
gonna jump on over to a news story.
No. We can get back. I wanted to cover it.
No.
That's
I
my
agree.
shitty ID.
Well, right, but just like the guy walking to the dirty store was not old enough to drink, by the way.
No, it was not.
Okay.
No.
Oh,
So
I don't know if this guy was. This guy may have. I may be under misinformation, but every 3 months they go and do a responsible vendor meeting
okay.
at the place I work in, and most places in the Keys, and it tells you, they reiterate signs of intoxication, what the rules are, what our responsibilities are, and how to spot
Fake IDs.
fake IDs.
Right, yes.
And so I'm in the middle. I see these people coming in. I guess I realized I should have been the one to approach them first, but I'm cleaning glasses. We were getting snowed under, so I'm cleaning glasses. Holly's walking up to him.
He's OCD about
And
his glasses,
Holly
by the
doesn't
way.
Holly won't. Yeah, I am. Holly won't. She's not a rollover with these things. She'll go and hit them up, and she goes, Jim, you got to see this. And I come over, and it's two younger guys. One guy looks like he's in the late 20s. You can see that, but the girl and another guy, they look borderline, and we got a card 30 and younger,
Right.
and with these people, I mean, all of them are carding one. Two of them are like, I got a card hard. The one that looks like he's 27, I'm looking at, make sure the date, not looking real hard, because I'm looking, no way, unless you had a really bad drug
Now I
habit.
feel bad. I've never been carded over there. I expect to be carded from here on out.
Well, you don't look 30. I'm sorry to say that.
That's what I'm saying, 30 and younger.
No, but you get so many, you get a feeling on it and stuff like that. So this guy comes over, he shows me, she gave him back the ID and gives them back to me. And there are two pieces of paper with laminate on one side, black and white. Bad black and white copies. And he says, this is what they give you when you get a commercial license. And I think it was New Hampshire. And I go, wait, Holly, I go, we all go to these meetings. Never once have anybody tell us about a paper license, license, a preliminary. But that's a backup. I think what that part of the license he had was
Just the endorsement showing that he can now drive commercially.
Commercial. It was a commercial one. He must have had he had to have his real license. He told me the TSA accepted it. And you're looking, he says it's scannable. And I said, what part of this is scannable? I can barely read your name.
Yeah.
And I can't see all your picture. There's a line going through your picture, and I can't even tell if that's you. You look similar. I said, but that could be older brother or your dad. It's black and white. You look like you're in your early 20s. This guy could be in his late 40s. And I'm looking at it, I go like this, because that's a good idea. And I said, not for me. I've never seen that. And I told him, and he's looking at me, and he's just looking. And I know he's looking, 55-year-old man. And I'm looking, he gets up, and I go, holy shit. The guy's around 5'6". He was looking at me like he was...
He's going to punch you.
No, but like he was big.
Oh.
Oh, his stance.
Yeah, he got up, and I go, whoa, wait a... I'm looking down at him and saying, are you... that's your intimidation thing? You should have stayed...
Sitting down.
You look much more intimidating,
Sitting down instead of
He's looking, and he's still looking at me. We're looking at him going, we're locking eyes, and I go, what, really? And then these two people, I look at them, and I look at the other guy and go, I'm giving him, oh, your buddy's writing a bunch of checks right now. You're gonna have to, we got it. This one wasn't even a touch and go thing.
Oh my god!
It wasn't even one thing I had, unless he was like a closet MAA fighter,
Right.
Maybe.
Now-
Maybe. He didn't look it by a size 43 waist. You know.
Zero intimidation factor.
I was.
Intimidation. He's looking at me and giving me that devil may care smile, and I'm looking at him saying, I'm not trying to make him. I'm not trying to embarrass the dude, but you know, at that one, and then he goes, the airport. He looked at me. The TSA accepted this to get on the plane. I go, do you have a note from your mother?
Also, were they on strike at that point and not caring?
No, he came down here. And then the next day, but out of all the licenses I've gotten, this was incredible. And then I went on a website, the Fraternal Order of Bartenders. I'm a member of. It's great. You could get on it, but in order to be a member, you got to be a bartender. And I asked about it, and some people posted, and someone said they do send you a license, but I think they have to give you a hard copy of. You have to have a pre-existing hard copy because TSA, you cannot travel without that. And if you don't have it, bring your goddamn passport. You have to have something. No one gives you just paper.
They usually clip your hard copy.
It looks like shit.
Right, but
they give from it looks like a ticket you get from one of those.
like a parking pass. Yeah, like a parking pass.
Yep.
That you get
Like it's printed on heat paper.
Or a ticket you might get a day pass where they take your picture on the subway.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I go like this. Where the hell you got that? Now, if that's true, that may work. That may work for that, but you lost your license, buddy. Something happened.
Right, like where is the because usually the plastic hard license, they would clip the corner, give you the endorsement for your new license, and then if it's one of those states where they mail you, well, of course not.
You can't take a clip one.
Well, and that's where I was getting at is, when I got my captain's license, I was assuming, a hard copy license and this and that. But the reason it makes more sense than your possibly printed at their house and laminated ID.
No, it's probably a real one.
Is
something else.
Mine came in a passport kind of folder. So that's more realistic. Yeah, it's all paper. My upgrade was just no lie,
stickers.
A sticker that I sticked onto it.
But your identification
it's
is still
printed onto a piece of paper, just like your normal passport.
It looks like a passport.
And it's clear, I guess, laminated in a way. But it's in a passport booklet.
Okay.
That's understandable. But if that's like a copy I could have made back when I was 18.
In our neighborhood, is it Captain Russ?
Yes.
Okay. Captain Russ told me when they first, right after 9/11, they were asking all the captains to get that license and go through the. They were trying to pass a true ID bill or national ID bill or something like that, and he said he went for it. And he was thinking, wow, this is great. I'm going to get this, and it's going to be good for any identification. And he went to TSA when he was going on a flight, and he showed him to him, and he go, what the fuck is this?
Well, and the one that will actually help me.
I will tell you, though, is that in order to have your actual merchant credential, so a captain, you also have to have your TWIC card, which is the Transportation Workers Identification Credential.
That I could probably show and jump the line.
Yes.
The TWIC card is one of those.
That's the one he was talking about.
No,
when he first got it. He's talking about when he first got it.
When you first get it, they don't give it to you. I mean, come on.
No, when they first issued it after 9/11, when they started.
Yes, that one. Yes.
When he first issued it,
I thought you were talking about this guy who said that was his.
No, that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, the guy could have gave me a Mickey Mouse Club membership. I would have been a little more okay. Do you have your Chuck E. Cheese birthday card? Maybe some token.
But funny fact is now the TWIC card, after I got mine, they are no longer requiring them for your merchant license.
Credential.
Yeah, well, I guess they're figuring.
But it's awesome. I mean, you go in, you do your fingerprinting, you do all of that stuff.
They do your background search, and then they actually send you your TWIC card. You don't get it on site.
And it's not a shitty piece of paper laminated like buddy that came into the bar.
Paper license was in the 1980s when people used to show me their IDs when I was guarding at a door when I was in college and stuff like that. Even then the licenses were better, and I don't know if it was a bigger dick. Oh, that's a passport almost.
No, but that's Tyler's Merchant Mariner credential.
Yeah,
it's and then if you
it's a passport.
But then when you
booklet.
flip the page is when it shows he has a master captain's license. So
that's a
yeah.
real.
Yeah. It looks like
That's what I'm saying. So if somebody shows up, even my stepson, her child, is going for his commercial CDL license.
I wouldn't give someone a free side of fries at McDonald's with the kind of paperwork.
And I doubt they're going to give him a piece of paper that's laminated, as a license, even a temporary. I mean, you're talking about a commercial truck driving license. Yeah. This is what the guy showed you.
You have to have you have to have if you're going to get a commercial license, you have to have a pre-existing license.
Yeah.
If you're going to be driving.
I'm sorry, you have a DUI, you still have to go and get an ID and just an identification card. So.
Well, and the last time I saw something as chintzy as that was the 1980s. Cool. So I looked outside. I thought maybe Doc Brown. I was looking for the DeLorean. Maybe the guy came back.
Maybe he was from the 80s. Maybe.
Are you from the 80s?
Or it could have been a Sting. It's coming into season now.
Right after that, some other guys came in, and they gave me guy looks so young. I said, give me your ID. I said, how old are you? He goes, 27. I said, okay, give me your ID. And look at it. Because they can't tell you. Because that ruins
the Sting
for them and stuff like that. It's just your real, they can't give you a fake ID. They got to give you a real one. You look at it. You take your time. You know what? They make the date of birth so fucking tiny.
Yes.
That should be the biggest thing on an ID. And the picture. It should be a picture and your date of birth.
Right.
And then a couple other numbers that, your address and stuff like that. But on that note, look at this.
We always do this.
41 and a half.
Yeah.
And we're back down to the, this guy that comes in.
Okay.
He hits on, doesn't hit on girls. He likes girls. He hits on the girls that work there. He likes Holly. He likes Kathy. Tells Kathy, you work too hard, Holly. You work too hard. He's hard up. He wants some attention from a woman. And actually, Friday night, was it Friday or Saturday night? He actually ended up, girl bought a drink for him.
What?
He came over.
Good for him.
Yeah, but she walked over and he has his fucking bandage on his hand.
Oh.
It looked like a Civil War. It was like
paper
blue,
towels.
No, it was the cutting tape you use for painting.
Blue painter's tape.
Yeah.
Blue painter's tape. Paper towels. Brown blood all over his hand.
Dried.
And he comes in and go, you know what? This is the minimum. And I'll say this again, gentlemen, out there. And ladies, this goes for you also. If you're going to, first of all, get that shit taken out. Get all the excess blood off your body.
All over your shirt.
All over your shirt
right.
And all that shit. If you're looking, hey, listen, begrudge me not. There's some good-looking dudes out there. They can come in there, and they're covered in dust, and they're so good-looking, the girls are looking at them and say, fuck, the guy's... But if you're not, you know what? How to up your game? Get clean. Shave. Right?
Get a Band-Aid.
Get a Band-Aid.
I will say there are times that I'm at our shop and we're out of Band-Aids. So, I'll go.
Wait a second. Tyler, you're a good-looking dude, man. Okay? I mean, and you're not picking up anybody. You're a good-looking dude, and he's like, this guy, some guys have to up their game. And by upping your game is by bringing yourself back to normal. Not homeless, I've been hit by a car.
I'm bleeding. I have paper towels with
like
blue duct tape.
You heard about the backpack titty guy, right?
No.
What? Backpack titty guy. Okay.
Oh, my God.
All right, I want to hear about this
one. Okay, I'm going to tell the story. It's a little later and stuff.
First off, I am going to say I finally heard, and I was wondering when this was going to come up, Jim finally dropped the fuck bomb that I've been wondering, we have to keep that going on since we are... Since we are explicit,
we are explicit, so we can say whatever.
Exactly, but I know I was just making sure we keep up to that standard, so we don't lose that
45 minutes in, and
Will
finally,
Ferrell, like this, he goes in old school. I think he goes dick, balls, asshole, fuck.
Oh my God, what
is
is that movie?
Piss, cunt, motherfucker, sucker. Yeah,
Boondock Saints.
Yes,
the bartender. He's my favorite. The old guy.
Yes. So. Wait, where
okay, so
back titty guy.
Back titty guy.
Okay, it was right after Irma, and these two lovely young ladies. One's a wedding coordinator. The other was a daughter was a teacher at my daughter's old school.
Oh,
lovely, pretty young blondes, 23 to 27, hanging out, having drinks, sweet. And backpack titty guy comes in. and he's wearing a big backpack. It looks like a book bag, and it's just coming out like 2 feet off his back, and he had grocery bags of food, and he goes, and he hands it to me. He goes, "You can use these for the restaurant." I'm like, "We're not gonna trade you for a drink or something. We can't take food from a stranger because I don't need them anymore." I'm like, "Okay." So he goes and buys a drink and stuff like that. Puts his backpack down. I don't know where he was going, what he was doing. He had money. He had tons of money, and he goes up, and he's 60 years old, graying blonde hair, 5'6", goes up to 2 girls and he goes, "Hey, want to hear a joke?" And he goes, guy goes to the doctor, says, "I always think about breast." And doctor goes, "Well, oranges." He goes, "Titties. I love titties." And that's, the girls are looking at him. Was that the punchline? I remember the joke.
That's the
The
punchline.
joke, the joke was the guy used word association. He said pillows, titties, and then he said oranges, juicy titties, and then he says windshield wipers, and the guy goes titties, and the doctor goes, "How'd you get windshield wipers from titties?" And he goes like this. And so that guy cut through the whole thing. He goes, "I love titties," and the girls laughed. They just laughed, and I go, "Holy shit! Backpack titty guys had more game than half of those guys coming in there."
And he can butcher a joke and still make it.
Big thing, wearing a tank top, big gut on him and stuff like that, and he made those girls laugh. And telling the joke, totally ass backwards.
Oh my gosh.
I was so proud of that guy.
Yeah.
Be a fellow
Kudos to
human being.
Backpack
Yes.
Titty Guy.
Backpack, wherever
Kudos.
you are.
Kudos. I hope you
Wherever
liked
you
that
are.
one,
There
Mom,
are-
by the
there
way.
are Don Canary and Suzanne, the puker.
The
you know?
puker.
That was on the medicine that made her puke.
Yeah, that's right.
She kept on there and telling us, "Oh, I must have the flu."
No.
Full of shit.
Well, it's for the
It
medicine.
made Abby drive her home. Didn't make her. Abby. That was
Abby
very sweet.
volunteered.
She would always ask any stranger for a ride.
We have
There we
visitors.
go. Oh, there we
Children have arrived. Well, adult
So here we go.
children.
Oh.
Hello.
health food,
Hello,
Wendy's.
Mikey.
Okay, well, we're at the end of another show.
We
Episode
are.
150.
Yes.
We're at the 47 minute.
Before we escape,
We're going to talk about
2 episodes ago, we called it, Messing with Gloria, right?
yes.
Because Gloria is my mother.
Yes.
And she is so used to us calling her FG now. She was like, "Why did you call me Gloria?" I said, "Well, that's your name." But her name, FG, actually is what we all call her. And it actually stands for, originally it stood for Farmer Gloria.
Yeah.
Because she's kind of an old hick sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But it changed once these children here were born because it's fucking grandma, right?
Oh, okay.
FG is fucking grandma.
Did she have
So-
a vape pen in her mouth the
She-
last time I seen her?
That was her fart whistle, remember?
Oh, okay. I thought it
Yes.
was a vape pen.
She-
I thought she had a.
so-
So you got medical marijuana out there, right?
She just ordered. Well, Mikey sent her a hookah.
Oh, really?
One of my sons sent her a hookah for her birthday, and
That's
she
old
or for
dry fruit and all
yeah,
that
it, well,
stuff.
she-
Or the
and
real
then
stuff?
Wet shisha.
and then it comes with
It's wet tobacco.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm
I didn't know that was.
But they are very well for natural herbs as well.
Tyler.
I'm not sure how all of that works.
Yeah, what's
Although Mom is enjoying her
And
palm
she's
tree.
listening? And what is
She's
that?
listening. She's always
I
listening.
hope she's not locked out right
And
now.
she's-
Is it cold? It's shit up there
It's
right
cold.
now, right?
It's cold and it's very snowy. But she's hiding in the house with her tropical plant that
Are we
I
gonna
sent
meet
her.
Oh, we're gonna have her on when she's down,
We
right?
we do, yes. When she comes down, she's gonna be
Whenever
on
the
podcast.
hell she
If we-
decides
if
to
we
make
can-
it this way.
If we could take the show on the road, I would be happy to go up there too. If that's why it's so important. If you provide us with iTunes reviews, Spotify reviews, iHeart reviews, it raises
And
our view, it raises
Spreaker
our way we can
reviews.
get compensated, and
then
we're especially suited the show to interact with people.
Absolutely.
Not like the walking masturbator.
No, you
Because
don't.
I've never done that.
And got
walking down
caught.
the street. I had to say, walking down the street. Let me see.
He's
Not
thinking
on a
about
bus
it.
either.
Oh no.
That'd be like the fucked up green eggs and ham. Have you ever whacked it while you're walking to the bookstore?
I do not like whacking
I whacked
it.
it in a bar. I whacked it in the car. I whacked it looking at a star. You know? I just came up with that. That would be a fucked up Dr. Zeus, right?
You know,
Fucked up Dr.
Oh, yeah,
Seuss.
here we go. A little creepy guy going.
that might be one of our future
It might
episodes.
be.
You like it? Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, I hit it on the end.
You
here.
did. You did.
Spot on.
But boom.
Yeah.
Masturbation Nation.
There we go.
That's the name. Mikey has chosen the name for that
Oh,
next
okay.
episode.
Well, let me get the volume up on this thing, and then I'll start playing this thing. I'd like to thank Tyler and my co-host, Jenna Kelly.
He got it.
I said it.
He focused.
It was drinking.
I'm focused. I'm ready. Let's say goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. Please don't forget the reviews, and we are going to chat at you soon.
Yeah, send us, you can go to the website. It's www.keysbartender.com. You can send us emails and whatever. If you have any suggestions for a show, if you have interesting stories to tell us, if you just want to connect with some of the people you listen to on here.
And if you leave us a review, you can click it in the app that you're using to listen to the podcast. So you can click any of those, leave the review, give us some ideas, tell us your name so we can say hi to you.
Also,
come down here. They do frown upon you masturbating in public.
Yes, we have also thought that if our reviews get up high enough, that we will try and upgrade our equipment here to where we could take callers and do some live calls here down the road.
We can do that.
So
we can already do that.
I know,
but we gotta like you. So
let's push in some reviews.
I'm going to have to split.
Got some adapters we got to get.
Headphones. And then I can get it from here.
From the computer to it,
I do have Skype right here. I do have
Yeah.
I can take a call right now.
we can.
And I actually have my headphones set up.
But, you got to like us first.
You wouldn't be able to hear it.
No,
I can put a speaker out here. We have ways.
Then we have feedback.
Well, we'll get that figured out.
We'll work on that.
Like us first, and then we'll like them
iTunes,
back.
people, iTunes.
Watch I left your volume way up.
Oh. Sorry if I'm peeking.
No, you're not. You're good. Mine was going. When it hits yellow, this is the beauty of this system here. I'm not going to go off. This is the dead end. We have the mystery masturbator coming up.
We have Masturbation Nation.
Masturbation Nation. Maybe we can get an endorsement from Kleenex.
Or
Jergens.
And Dr. Seuss.
And Dr. Seuss. No, Dr. Seuss.
Guys, thank you for episode 150. Have a great night.
Thank you. This is Jim the Keys Bartender signing off.